joined by Ben Moore as we get hyped on Street Fighter. Who do we want to see? Let's dive in. This episode is because on a Q&A.
No, it was a tier maker.
It was a tier maker.
Yeah.
Tier maker specifically.
Dude, I got robbed, man.
Yes, you were not able to do characters you want to see in the next Street Fighter.
Yeah.
There were some people that were upset. Mainly you, because you want to do this.
Yeah, and... dude, the other allies, they rejected me, man.
Yeah, it's a full rejection.
I
remember, I think if you check the tape, I went for a research break and I came back and it was just chaos. And it's just unacceptable. So here we are.
Nope, gotta do fruit instead, you know?
Yeah, we're righting wrongs here, Ben.
I'm just kidding.
We are righting wrongs. Let's dive in. Street Fighter characters. Let's go. Take us away, man. You're the professional.
Okay. So Street Fighter characters that I would like to see that are not in 5. Mm-hmm. So that was my qualification, is that they have not been in 5, and I'd really like to see them return because I just think they're cool.
Yes.
So first on the list, I don't think anyone is going to expect. I really liked this character. It like, in a weird way, it's part of the reason why I love 4 so much. Like, he's a character that I gravitated to, had fun with. I think his animations are really cool. He's just quirky. Hakan.
Dude,
Hakan.
Ben, my Street Fighter knowledge is so minimal. I'm gonna have to look these characters up for a visual.
Okay, so here's what Hakan is, right? He's this big, giant...
I love this guy!
Yes, he's amazing. And his mechanic is like he'll dump oil on him.
Dude! Yes!
And it powers up his moves, yeah.
Is this a pick for me? Are you pandering?
No. I didn't even think about it that way. Normally I'm like, oh, this is Huber bait, but I just really love this character.
Yes, Ben.
Also, there was that match with Infiltration and PR Balrog where he switched to Hakan, and it was super hype. If you haven't seen it, it's really cool. You'll enjoy it. But I just think, I think he's a fun character. I think really kind of the original characters for 4 don't get a lot of love. And I think from a design perspective, I think some of them are really cool. Hakan definitely and Sea Viper come to mind.
I like the mechanic of dousing yourself in oil.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And it's just like whenever you do the slide and you knock somebody down and then you belly flop on them, you just feel really good about it. It's just a fun move, dude. Yeah. And his super's really good where he spins them around his body. It's really, really cool.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, Hakan is a pick that I definitely love to see in there.
Dude, I already liked this guy, Ben. The wiki says he is a Turkish oil wrestler and devoted family man. Dude!
I love how just family gets you going so much.
Yes.
It's so pure-hearted, dude.
Dude. Likes his wife and his daughters.
Next character that I'd like to bring, this is one that kind of everybody's clamoring for, is Makoto. From Street Fighter 3.
Not from
also
Persona.
No, not from Persona, though that would be sick as well. Makoto in Persona 5 is also very sick. But Makoto, introduced in Street Fighter 3, also in Street Fighter 4.
She looks cool.
Yeah, so Makoto is just kind of a badass.
Yeah.
So her moveset is just these quick bursts of speed. She's got a really cool throw where she grabs them and lifts them up. It's really, really cool. I feel like she is different design-wise than a lot of the other female characters in Street Fighter. Not that they aren't pretty different already, but I don't know. There's something about Makoto that I think is really distinct and singular, and she's just a cool badass.
She looks really cool, man.
Yeah. And she is. And I... nothing against Oro, but I wish, because Oro's being added to Street Fighter 5, also from Street Fighter 3. I wish it was Makoto, but that's okay. Oro's still cool. You would really like Oro if you don't know who that is.
Dude, Makoto, then, is looking to bring back the glory to her late father's dojo, dude. More family bonds.
Yeah. Makoto's really cool. I think she just has a cool moveset, cool design. Very into it.
Love it. Great pick.
Yeah, none of these reasons that I have for bringing these characters back are like super deep. I just really love their design. I think
that's all you need, baby.
Street Fighter at its best has some of the best character design in the entire industry, like not just fighting games. And I think a good example of that is Dudley.
Dudley. This sounds familiar.
Yeah, so I know Balrog is already in there and is also a boxer, but
Dudley, dude! I used to always rock this guy!
Dudley is just so cool. He has some of the best lines. Cross counter. He's I don't know. He just has such a personality. Like when he throws the rose, just like this elegant, classy, kind of smug character. Dudley should totally get Street Fighter 6 treatment, man.
Love it, dude. Ben, I'm so familiar with Mortal Kombat lore, whereas Street Fighter, I feel like I have a good knowledge of the characters if I see them. I'm like, oh, Street Fighter. But I don't know all the little details about it, and everything I'm just hearing about these characters is awesome. Dudley, a well-mannered English boxer with a disdain for dirty fighting? So he just, calls people out, or what?
He's very much about manners, you know?
So good!
But speaking of, Mortal Kombat lore, I feel like Street Fighter kind of needs, an MK9 moment, where it kind of, gets everybody on the same page and kind of wraps it together in a really interesting way. So I feel like I try to pay attention to Street Fighter lore, and I'm like, I don't even know. I'm paying attention and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I think Street Fighter lore is harder to appreciate for sure.
Yeah. Great pick.
But yeah, Dudley. Dudley is come on, he's so good. Good meme potential, I would say, for Dudley as well.
Like BM.
Yeah. Yes, definitely BM. Yeah. I think this last one people might disagree with me on the most.
Okay.
So let's get into that. I would really like to see Hugo return.
Hugo.
Hugo is a Final Fight character as well.
Is he the really big dude?
Yes, he's the really, really, really big dude.
Oh my! Does he have a chain or something?
He has a chain on his side.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hugo.
So I know Abigail is in Street Fighter V, and I know, they don't really need Hugo, but you also need Hugo, because I love, he's just so colossal, when he walks around, and, the feeling of weight that you have with Hugo, and his attacks are just so goddamn cool. I mean, the hand clap. You talked about BM Huber with Dudley.
Yeah.
I feel like laying the beat down just because of the sheer size of Hugo is so much more intense. Alex Valle also had a very great match with Hugo that is worth looking up.
Sick. Dude, okay,
Mr. Street Fighter.
So, Ben, a lot of these characters you brought, you're talking about the vibes, you're talking about how freaking awesome they are. Is there anything, Hakan had the oil mechanics, is there anything from Hugo that, I guess my question is, are there any characters with gimmicks that you would like?
I definitely think Hakan is the most gimmicky.
Yeah.
Hugo is kind of gimmicky just because he's so slow.
Yeah.
But I think I get what you mean. It's just because the gimmickest character of all is Dan.
Yeah.
But they just added him to Street Fighter V.
Oh, okay.
But don't get me wrong. I think Dan should be there. Dan is great. Dan is the king of gimmick. But yeah, beyond that, I don't know.
Hakan, dude, I love that pick.
Yeah, Hakan is really, really gimmicky and fun.
But what? Because again, man, my Street Fighter knowledge is just so lacking. What is next for this franchise? Where are we at? Where are we going?
Yeah, I think with fighting games, particularly, what people need is to be on the same page. It's so important because fighting games take so much commitment and time, and they can be really frustrating. It sucks going online and just getting your ass beat. But that is part of it. And so I think they sort of take this emotional commitment more so than a lot of other games. Not that other competitive games don't, but I think you get what I'm getting at here. And so, like, Street Fighter V has added so much, and it's in a much different place now. It's completely transformed than what it was at launch. But at the same time, I feel like, kind of for myself, and I think for a lot of other people, it's like we want a fresh start again, and it's like we moved on to other fighting games or checked out other fighting games, and so it's like hard to come back and I think commit all that time to Street Fighter V. And I don't want to speak for everyone, right? That's just my experience. And so I think, like, kind of sounding the alarm and getting everybody at the starting line again would be awesome. It's funny because I kind of feel that way about Path of Exile, where, like, I love Path of Exile, but I wasn't there at the beginning, right? And so it feels kind of overwhelming. But Path of Exile 2, it's like everybody's starting on the same page again.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest thing. It needs to be a game that's exciting to watch. And I think if you look at Tekken 7, like, even if you don't know anything about Tekken 7, even if you've never played it, I think it's really, really, really fun to watch. Like, the slow motion is awesome. The stage transformations are awesome.
Big chunky characters, just like punching.
Very big combos, that kind of thing. And so I feel like Street Fighter V has not been as much fun for me to watch. And I wonder if that's like a simplification of the mechanics or what it is. I don't know. Not that there haven't been exciting Street Fighter V matches. But I hope Street Fighter 6, like, when you watch Evo, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. That was insane. Because you love seeing, like, the absolute best players in the world flexing as hard as possible. So.
Yes.
And not that there isn't a world of difference between me and a professional player. There totally is. I'm not trying to say that, but I don't know. Just in general, I wish it was a little bit more exciting to watch.
Yeah, and I really like that about a fresh start, because even when like expansions come out for MMOs or even No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves kind of rebooting, like, it still feels like an older game. Like, it's still an older game. So I do get where you're coming from with that fresh start.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think about World of Warcraft now, and it's like, dude, I have no idea what the hell is going on in World of Warcraft, Yeah. But if there was a World of Warcraft 2, and it's like, fresh start, everybody's there at the beginning.
Day one.
I think that makes it a lot easier. And, the other thing with a fresh start, Huber, is like, I feel like people in a lot of instances have kind of decided how they feel about Street Fighter V, right? It's like, you love it or you hate it. And I think once the game's been out for several years and you have those opinions formed, I think it can be kind of hard to break that. And so it would also be nice for Street Fighter 6 where it's like, okay, no preconceived notions. No one's played it yet. Like, I think that would help a lot as well.
Absolutely, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you for championing this. This is all Ben, everyone. This is Ben making this episode happen. Ben capturing the footage you have seen and are probably watching right now.
Yeah.
This is a Ben production, everyone.
Yeah, I really wanted to do this, so thanks for letting me.
Absolutely. Love and respect. Mash that like and subscribe button. We're a fighting game. We're fighting game enthusiasts here at Easy Allies. You can, No. It's for real, though. Hit that like and subscribe. This is Hubris Syndrome, featuring a Ben Moore production. Kind of like that. A Ben Moore production.
I'll take it.
Street Fighter, the future is unknown. Those are just some characters that Ben wanted to see in the next one. Let us know who he missed, or if you agree or disagree with the characters he brought, who's someone you know see. He didn't bring up Q.
I did not bring up Q.
Shout out to Q. I love Q.
I did not bring up Q.
Yeah.
You are right to love Q. Q is awesome. Yeah. Q belongs in the list, man. Q belongs in the list. Honorable mention Q.
Honorable mention Q.
Yeah.
See you later, everyone. Thanks, Ben.